Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Babu. I'm from District 2. You will each have 1 minute to respond and 30 seconds for closing statement. And my question is regarding housing. What is your position on affordable housing, SB 9, Senate Bill, and COPA, Community Opportunity to Purchase Act? What impact does placement of housing have on equity? And I'll begin with Council Member Matt Mahan, followed by Supervisor Cindy Savage. Hello, sorry. Followed by Cindy Savage, followed by Raul Parales, followed by Dave Davis. So I'll begin with Matt Mahan.
Sorry, Babu, I thought you were finished. My apology.
No problem.
I oppose SB 9 and opportunity housing. I was the first council member to host a press conference outlining my opposition to a zoning proposal that kind of throws planning out the window, doesn't take into account the traffic and environmental impacts, the displacement risk, and the unique fiscal challenges we face as a city that is already a residential heavy and relatively low density city. And so I think we need smart growth that is centered on transit, that is mixed use and walkable communities. We need to put housing and jobs on and near our transit centers so that we can scale up without damaging the quality of life that our existing neighborhoods have. We can make room and still protect our existing neighborhoods. Just quickly, hard to do in a minute, on COPA. The example, I oppose it. I think we've seen in San Francisco that it's had very little impact, but it has added a lot of friction to the real estate market. And I don't think that level of regulation is justified for the benefit that it delivers. I think there are much better ways to enable nonprofits to help preserve affordable housing supply in our community. And I'm sure I'm out of time, but
closing statement, please.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
30 seconds for closing. Go ahead, Matt. Right?
Council member.
Oh, are we combining
30 seconds for closing statement. Yeah. Council member. Council member Mahan, you have 30 seconds for closing statement.
Okay, sorry, I did not realize they were combined. Look, at the bottom line is you've heard a lot of similar ideas here. I think there is a lot of overlap, but the key is that we have to change the way that we're operating at City Hall. We have to set measurable goals. We have to use performance metrics. You should be able to go to the city website and see how we're performing on core services. And we need to focus, prioritize, and make the tough trade-offs to deliver the core services that you deserve. And it's especially important given our small budget. I want to tie our future pay raises to how we perform because you deserve that level of accountability from your elected officials. Thank you.
Next, Supervisor Cindy Savage.
Thank you. As it relates to SB 9, one of the challenges with SB 9, and there are many, is that it treats San Jose the same way it treats Cupertino. And San Jose has been so much more responsible in terms of building affordable housing there's no sliding scale. So that's actually one problem. The other problem is that it's intended to not negatively impact renters, but there's no enforcement mechanism. There's no real way to manage that. And the other is I do think it could have a very significant impact in some neighborhoods and not in others, especially because of access to sewage and other things that are going to be impacted depending on how built out the community gets. As it relates to COPA, COPA it's an interesting idea. I think in an area that's as expensive as ours, my question is, how will we pay for it? How will we afford to be able to buy so many properties? Thank you.
Supervisor, you have a 30 seconds for closing statement.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to say a couple things. One, I really appreciate how many people have stayed with us. There's almost 193 of you still with us, and that just shows such a commitment to our community. Second, I can honestly say that I think that we're blessed to live in a place where we have so many people interested in serving the public. I'm running because I believe that genuine leadership can save lives, has saved lives, will improve our community. I would be honored to work with you as mayor.
Thank you. Next, I will request Council Member Raul Parales.
Yeah, thank you, Babu. I am proud to be the only candidate that supports SB 9, and I am supportive of COPA. We're still in the early stages of that policy, but I have been supportive of it and look forward to that discussion coming back later this year to the council. Both are modest policies that will help to address this housing crisis that we know that we have. They're just tools in the toolbox, and we know right now we need to make great use of every tool that we have, and they should not be feared by our community. I personally grew up in a working class family in a rent-controlled fourplex that would be considered opportunity housing today. And it allowed me to attend the same school district from K through 12. And I can assure you that it's an equity issue, and that had it not been for having that housing stability, I would not be where I am at today. I'm sorry. Thank you. And I'll transition now.
Okay.
So thank you again as well to everybody for being here tonight. I'm running because I want to be able to address our biggest challenges head on, to create comprehensive solutions to address homelessness and our affordable housing crisis. I want to be able to make San Jose the safest big city in America again, while also reimagining how we police our communities, especially communities of color that have endured systemic racism for decades. And I want to be able to help our small businesses and our economy thrive and get back on its feet. I know that working with all of you, we can build a city for all of us. And I thank you again for your participation tonight.
I'm moving next, Council Member Dave Davies.
Thank you, Babu. First, I think it's important to note that I have supported every affordable housing project that has come before the City Council, and I routinely request additional units in the affordable housing developments that come to my district. And that is because I think it is important for us to address housing affordability. And I want to be clear that affordable housing in this instance is actually subsidized housing. I opposed SB 9 and COPA because those measures do nothing to actually address housing affordability. Councilmember Pam Foley and I were actually the first council members to publicly oppose this idea when it came forward as a citywide elimination of single family home zoning before SB 9 came to the state. And I opposed it going through the state legislature as well. I am leading in San Jose the ballot initiative that is now being targeted for 2024 to take back local control of land use decisions. COPA will unfortunately only delay the sale of residential properties in the open market. All right.
Councilmember, you have 30 seconds for closing statement.
Thank you. I started tonight by saying our big problems only get bigger. But when we work together, our big problems can actually be opportunities. With the rebuilding of the police department, we have the opportunity to be a safer city. We can protect single-family home zoning and have the opportunity to be a city of togetherness and diversity. And with joint efforts to tackle homelessness, we have the opportunity to be a city that is clean and thriving. Thank you for listening this evening. I ask for your support for me, Dev Davis, for mayor, and you can learn more at devdavis.com. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you.